Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well and safe. In the shop today, we're going to restore this little box of tools, a little socket set that I think is a Husky brand socket set. It's antique from my perspective. I can't exactly tell how old, but I'll do some research, and if I find anything, I'll put it later in the video. We're just going to take a wire brush, clean it up, sand it, paint it. I've actually used this a couple times here on the drill press doing little things, and so it's useful to me. I love old tools, and we'll see how it turns out. Always something interesting going on while I try to video. It's very large. I don't really care that he's in here, but it is certainly a distraction. Well, I took care of the bee as best I could. I kind of shooed it away. I did do some research, and there's an absolutely terrific website called Alloy Artifacts that I found a lot of information, and this is actually a Husky wrench number 999 5/16 hex drive socket set. It's from the 1920s, so it actually is an antique. I think this thing is absolutely awesome. This is not a restoration video. I think I said that a couple of times because I'm not really restoring this to its original condition. I'm just cleaning it up, getting the rust out, and really making it usable again and trying to prevent any further corrosion. And I actually made a couple of mistakes you'll see upcoming here. I originally was going to put a piece of some packing foam that I found on the lid because I've noticed that the driver or the extension seems to want to move slots. But that foam and the glue that I have on hand to use actually melted on contact. So I had a piece of leather that I used instead, and instead of the foam compressing like I originally planned, I had to cut out different bits of the leather, but unfortunately a lot of the glue residue really stuck to the fresh painted, fresh enameled surface. So I scraped it as much as I could, but in the time constraints I left it as it was for the moment. This is a practice round. I think I mentioned later in this video. I've got maybe 4 of these tool sets from various brands and various conditions to clean up, and some of them I will restore. There are some that have stamped logos and other details that I will actually try to restore back to their original condition. But most of all, I use these tools. Just like I try to preserve a lot of the reclaimed wood from the barn and leave some of its character, I'm trying to preserve some of their history as much as I can anyway, that is reasonable with the time constraints and things that I have and the cleaning supplies that I have already in stock at the shop. So hopefully that's some good information. If I ever hear back from that website to be able to use some of their content, I just didn't want to use it outright considering they put a lot of work into it. Alloy-artifacts.org. You guys really should go check them out and learn a little bit about maybe some antique tools you guys have around. It's a really useful website. I got a lot out of it, and hope you continue to enjoy the video. One last note that I want to make is that I think in the beginning when I was noticing the Husky logo, I had associated it with the Husky brand from Home Depot. But I think in my research this was Husky Manufacturing from Wisconsin, Common Sense Wrenches, and I think they're from Wisconsin. So this actually doesn't have anything to do really with the current modern Home Depot Husky brand, although maybe that's who bought them out eventually. I couldn't really find information on that. but at least now you guys know a little bit more about the tools and the company that made them and kind of how old these tools are. Just thought it could be a really good point of clarification. Thanks for watching. You're going to see more of these as time goes on. In between woodworking projects, I had an afternoon to do this, and that's as much time as I was willing to invest in this particular toolkit. But there's other ones that actually have original logos on the sheet metal cases, and of course those I'll try to restore with a little bit more attention to detail. But either way, it's a really cool little kit. Thanks for watching, and I hope you are staying home and staying safe.